guys, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Amazing Taste. I am really happy to be doing this with you guys, sharing recipes, but also trying new things. So Valentine Day is approaching, and I was thinking about like what we were gonna do, because with everything closed and like indoor dining, outdoor dining not being clear, I also don't want to sit outside. So I was like, oh, I should make brunch. And I'm going to be making one of my favorite Togolese breakfast / brunch item. I love it. It's called vei. It's beans, but you cook it and basically you add whatever you want to add to it. I know, like, growing up we had it with plantains, or sometimes we had it with gari, which is cassava flour for my non-African followers. And yeah, we had it with eggs, anything. The first thing that I'm going to do is start by rinsing my beans. I know a lot of people don't do it, but I am. This is like 1 pound bag, 16 ounces. I'm going to be using half, so about 8 ounces, because the thing is the beans are going to expand. I don't want to make too much, so we're just going to be using half. I'm going to wash them and then I'll be right back. I rinse my beans, put them in this. They're going to expand. I put water, and I don't want to put too much water that like the beans become too soft, right? Or come like too mushed together. But I also want to make sure that there's enough water so it's not hard. One thing that I like about growing up in a house with parents from two different cultures, right, is that I got to experience certain food that is like, oh, today we're making kelewele. Kelewele is like plantain, seasoned plantain, like spicy plantain from Ghana, which we don't have in Togo. But because my mom, is from Ghana, I got to experience that. And there's certain things that we ate because we were in Togo that, if I had grown up in Ghana, I wouldn't know it. So I honestly just love it. Saying this to say, I'm gonna make kelewele instead of regular plantains. Okay, so the first step, of course, is to cut the plantain, right? Remove the skin. You can get plantains anywhere. I get mine when I go to the African store, but I know you can also get it from ShopRite. You can get it, honestly, any store has it. And I like the yellow ones. So these are not like how I like them all the time, but it's just gonna do. So you cut them in 2 or in 4. I'm just gonna cut them in 2. And just okay, and put them there. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. We've cut our plantains. What I'm going to do is I'm going to season it. I'm going to put half a tablespoon of ginger, right? Still using my measuring things, trying to get better at that. Half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Again, I love cayenne pepper. I love pepper in general. I love spicy food. If that's not the case for you, just use, instead of using like a tablespoon, use half a teaspoon, or use 1 teaspoon. I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt, again half a tablespoon, just because it's not a lot. And last but not least, I'm gonna add a little bit less than half a tablespoon of garlic. Great. So I'm gonna go in with my hands and I'm just gonna make sure that every piece of plantain gets coated with, the spices. Now that this is done, we're gonna set it aside and work on our omelet. Alright, so I'm gonna make a very basic omelet. It's still gonna have flavor, but I'm not gonna put like mushroom, onion, tomatoes, and stuff because everything else is gonna, as we're moving along, you're gonna see how it makes sense. So there you go, and there you go. So I'm just making the omelet for Christian, which is why I only used 2 eggs. But if you're making it for you and your significant other, for you and your mom, if you're making it for more than one person, then I would say use 2 eggs per person. So again, just one because I'm just cooking for one person right now. We're about 20 minutes in the process, 15-20 minutes in the process, so they should be soft enough. I would say we're halfway through, so I'm also going to add some salt. And the way I add salt when I'm cooking like rice or beans or pasta is not measuring. I really just add a little bit of salt, taste it, and then add more if needed. As you can see, the beans have started to expand. When we started, there was more water than beans, and now the beans have absorbed the water. I'm just gonna go in and touch one. Yeah, it's good now. I'm gonna add the salt. The reason why I add the salt halfway is because of a tip my cousin gave me. If you add the salt at the beginning, the beans are gonna take longer to cook, whereas if you add the salt halfway, then it's easier for them to cook. So this is, you guys can see, yep, this is the quantity of salt that I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add, and I'm gonna add some water too because again I don't want the water to dry over it. Okay, so adding some water again so it's back at the top, and I'm gonna mix it. And cover it and let it cook. Okay, so growing up, one of the ways that we knew that our oil was ready is that we put onions in it, and when this started happening, you knew, okay, my oil, is ready for the food. I'm gonna take my plantains, and with the, I don't know what, I think this is a different kind of, it's like a spatula, but like looks like a strainer. This one, if you guys know what it's called, please let me know. I'm gonna put them in the oil. guys, our Valentine Day brunch is ready. Let me know in the comment if you try it at home. Do you like it? Also, do you have any food like this for brunch, for breakfast, dinner, anything in your culture, in your country? Drop it in the comments. And until next time, have a wonderful week and a wonderful happy Valentine's.